At the other end of the Brahmaputra River, water from the Indian Ocean is vaporized into a warm and humid air mass, which then heads north along the Brahmaputra Valley. In the southern part of the valley, the annual rainfall is 4,000 millimeters. This creates an oasis at 4,000 meters, with scenery that is like nowhere else on the icy desert of the Tibetan Plateau. In July and August, 80% of the annual rainfall descends on southeastern Tibet. There is a sudden drop in temperature, and the cold restricts the Tang Cheong's breathing and growth. After the rain, the spruce forest is a gloomy, humid place, and with a humidity level of 80%, it seems to be raining even on a fine day. Beneath the trees, the plants that enjoy shade, such as the mosses and ferns, grow rapidly. In summer, the cloudy weather can last for weeks at a time. Once the sun appears, plants near the Tang Cheong will grow towards the sun. The Tang Cheong is sheltered by the shadows of the old spruces, but now the sunshine that filters through the cover of the leaves is no longer sufficient to support the infant tree. is petrified by the golden eagle's huge shadow. He can now recognize danger. Glacier melt has formed a stream, and she seeks shelter in its bank. The stream flows past Xi to the Tangcheong's forest, and then on to join the surging Brahmaputra River. A spruce tree can live for 500 years. Its wood is light and soft with a straight texture that makes it ideal for construction and bridge building. The felling of spruces in southeastern Tibet is being brought under control step by step. But even so, pilgrims still occasionally see timber trucks. The chanting of sutras from Nigwo Temple is heard again from deep inside the forest. The monks consider the forest to be God's gift, and they believe every tree and blade of grass in the forest to be a living being. The air current over the peak of the Nanjia Bawa is turned into mist. It flows over the meadow and arrives in the virgin forest. In September, the leaves in the broadleaf forest change colour. However, autumn has no effect on the spruce's needle leaves. Summer has been good for the Tangcheong. He is now tall and straight. A sprout has appeared on the trunk, indicating that a new branch is growing. The spruce beside the Tangcheong is over 10 years old, yet it remains small and weak. Forest experts call this a pressed tree. Without sufficient sunshine, the tree cannot grow any higher, and it is likely to die within 20 years. Will the younger Tangcheong share the same fate? By autumn, the spruce's cones are fully grown. Each contains more than 20 seeds ready to sprout. the meadow too is transformed. Yaks are creatures of the plateau, but they come to the meadow in autumn to compete with the